Now that you've gathered research for the body of your presentation and you've come up with a pattern of organization and a thesis, and you know specifically where you want to take your audience, and you've got an idea of your introduction and your conclusion, you're now ready to begin some of the actual practice of presentation or putting things together for you to speak or communicate the information. You continue doing your research, you will continue finalizing your content, but now we're moving into putting this into a way for people to follow you if they want to follow you in your presentation, but also for you to clarify your thoughts and help you as well. And there's two things to be aware of. There's the key phrase outline, which you deliver from, and then there's the formal outline, which you would have printed out or on the screen for people to follow along based on your choice. So the key phrase outline, let's talk about that first. This is for you. It's very informal. I generally tell people that are getting presentations ready to triple space between those key phrases, because you'll be at a podium or at a lectern, you'll be in front of others, and you need to be able to see real clearly what it is that you're going to speak about. And since you'll be doing most of the presentation with eye contact, you don't want to read all of your presentation. But if there's a quote or something you need to read or a chart that you're going to be putting on PowerPoint, you have in front of you those bullet points and everything written out that you do need to read right in front of you. So I would say all of your presentations that you're giving, or most all of them, are going to be from a key phrase because you want interaction with your audience. And that's really for you. And I would type it, not just write it, and then treat it like a musical score. If you need to increase your volume or you need to remind yourself to do eye contact, you might draw some glasses to remind you to look at your audience. That sheet is for you, and it doesn't matter how many pages you have, and I would paperclip them instead of staple them so you can shuffle them without drawing too much attention to yourself. Now the formal outline is for your audience. It also helps you keep everything in a specific arrangement, and you can cut things out as you work through your formal outline. You say, well, this doesn't make much sense. I don't need to have this in here, or I need some more inductive reasoning, or I need to do something different here. The process of a formal outline will help you finalize the content, in a sense, the product of knowledge that you're presenting. The way to do that is to use Roman numerals and the couple of principles here, and I'm not going to write all these down, but if you have a 1, then have a 2. If you have an A, have a B. If you have something just hanging by itself, just one item, it doesn't show balance. So you can have a 1, 2, 3, but just don't have a 1 by itself. So if you have a 1, have a 2. If you have an A, have a B. And then follow a particular order. Your Word documents give you some options on how, whether you use little I's and bullets and things like that. You want to choose the one with no Roman numerals. So Roman numeral 1, capital A, number 1, A, 1 in parentheses. If you have to go farther, you could go A in parentheses, but 2, B, 2B, and the capital B, small b, okay, parentheses 2, small b, number 2, capital B, and then Roman numeral 2. And so you can have A, B, C here, and you can have A, B, C. The thing is just don't have an A by itself. But follow a particular pattern. Your particular organization or whatever class you may be taking may have a different order. But it's a safe bet to follow these Roman numerals in this particular order. The other thing I'd want you to know, and is very important, is to use complete sentences. This is not a key phrase outline. It's a formal outline, which means every one of these is a sentence. And what I tell people who are serious about their presentations is all your 1s and Roman numeral 2s and 3s, they need to be parallel grammatically. So if you have a subject, verb, object, subject, verb, object, subject, verb, object. All your A's, B's, and C's, capitals, or D's, need to be parallel. So if you use a complex sentence, all the A's, B's, and C's would need to be complex. If you did have a key phrase, even though it's a full sentence outline down here, then all the 1s and 2s in parentheses would need to be consistent. So use complete sentences for the most part. Something this far down, you probably get away with a key phrase, but use complete sentences and make sure that they're grammatically parallel within their particular numbering. Okay? That is going to be very important. And when they see your outline of your presentation, it'll let them know if they're choosing between other conferences and speakers, they can see your outline if this is something they want to listen to. It also gives them something to take home and learn from. On your outline, you'll have your bibliography. And whenever you do use a source, cite it properly by putting the author and the page number in parentheses and include a bibliography. This is just sort of a brief overview of the process. Again, most communication books will have a method in which they have you outline. This is the more common one and the basic one. So after you've been working this through, what this will cause is for you to analyze your logic a little bit more. Maybe I need some more emotion or pathos. That's what we're going to be talking about next. How to, in a sense, beef up your presentation or fill in the gaps in a way that accomplishes your objective, keeps people's attention, and makes this presentation more alive.